Compassion runs in her blood. From being a nurse to winning Mrs Universe New Zealand 2021, Nolene Dayal has also won Mrs Universe New Zealand People's Choice and so much more. Welcome to another episode of Showcase on Sevens TV. Now let's go and meet her.
Welcome Nolene, welcome to the show of Showcase on Sevens TV. It's amazing to have you with us here today.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much for having on Sevens TV, and the pleasure is all mine.
Most welcome. We're looking forward to know a lot more about you and your journey.
Wonderful. So I was born in Fiji, and I work as a nurse at Waitakere Hospital. I am the oldest of 4 siblings, and I play women's football as a sport.
That's amazing.
Yes, and in addition to that, I am also the board of director for New Zealand Nurses Organisation, which is the largest healthcare board of New Zealand.
Wonderful. And she has another qualification, that is being a mum of 2 kids.
Absolutely. My children are 11 and 9.
How do you balance now?
I think it takes a lot of time management, proper planning in advance.
True.
And I believe that planning is key. I have to submit my rosters way in advance. I have to know when birthdays, parties, functions are happening, so I can make allocations for that. Bi-monthly, I travel to Wellington.
The mama jobs.
Yes, that's correct. Bi-monthly, I travel to Wellington for board meetings, and I have to allocate time for that as well. Yes, and I'm blessed to have really good support from my children's friends, parents, and they babysit for me more often than not.
That's beautiful. How do you think that being a nurse has actually helped you win this title? Is there any connection between the two?
I think first of all, it has trained me to be an advocate. Many a times we have to be the voice of patients who cannot speak for themselves, and in doing that, that's when I thought I would be a very good board member of New Zealand Nurses Organisation, because then I could be an advocate for the nurses and other healthcare workers as well. And when I joined this pageant, Mrs Universe New Zealand, one of the themes that it was carrying was domestic violence against women and children.
Okay.
And that is a cause that is really close to my heart, and I knew that it was something that I needed to advocate for.
Yeah, that's amazing. Now, what inspired you or motivated you? You've given your reasons, what has led you to this. Was there something that inspired you to get into this? Have you seen yourself winning a crown or being in the limelight?
Never. In fact, and I was seeing my pictures today, and we could see how boyish I was. And my best friends are males. They've always been boys, my best friends. But when I came across Mrs Universe New Zealand's application form, I said, I've never done anything like this before. It is for myself, and it is to challenge myself to see how much more I can do out of myself. So it was
That's
solely
amazing.
for me.
Tell a little more about your feelings of participating in the show.
When I first filled my application form, I didn't think I would go through because I thought I wasn't good enough, I must say. But as the journey progressed, I had really good support from my family, my friends, my work colleagues, and they cheered me on all throughout. And I thought I'd just give it my best shot, regardless of I win or not. But just give it my best.
So how did you feel up on stage? Have you been on the pageant shows before?
This was my first ever pageant. I have been on shows before, but only for dancing, because one of my hobbies is dancing. So I've been on shows during my school time, I must say. So the good thing is that I don't have stage fright.
That's one of the key factors.
Absolutely.
And how did it feel? Tell me about being a winner when the crown was up.
Up to this stage, I haven't been able to digest the fact that I am the newly crowned Mrs Universe New Zealand 2021.
And it's not one crown, she's got 2 crowns.
2 crowns,
and
yes,
a lot of more
People's
awards
Choice.
which we are going to see in the course of the time.
That's right. I've got the People's Choice Award as well, the People's Choice Crown. And I've got thousands and thousands of congratulatory messages on Facebook, on my social media. People have been calling me to congratulate me.
And a lot of fans.
And a lot of fans, yes. But yes, I feel that my success is owed to everybody out there who wants to do something for themselves without worrying about what the society has to say about you, what everybody else has to say about you, who has an opinion about you, including things like you're a mum, you shouldn't do that. Body shaming.
Yeah, very true.
Yes. And I think people should have a positive body image about themselves, because we are all genetically engineered differently, and that's what makes us unique. I believe that our scars, our stretch marks tell a story.
Absolutely.
While we're celebrating having children, we have stretch marks. There are some people who want them, so celebrate your bodies.
I think it's all in the mind.
Absolutely, it is. And I think as women, I think we are our most serious critiques. We need to be a bit more lenient on ourselves and empower ourselves first to say, let me just go there and give it a shot.
I think when we love ourselves, then we have a huge following.
That's right. And I must say that I look after myself first before I look after anybody else. If I need pampering, it's me first.
Love yourself.
Love yourself. That's right. And you cannot love anybody else if you don't love yourself first.
Yeah. Now, it's not just getting a couple of crowns and a lot of awards. I'm sure the journey wouldn't have been as simple as it looks.
Absolutely.
There must have been a lot of challenges that you faced.
There were a lot of challenges that I faced. For example, walking the ramp, that was my main challenge, I guess. And I was getting told every week to be a bit more elegant, put your foot in front of the other, sway your hips.
Learning how to walk.
Learning how to walk. And in my daily lifestyle, working as a nurse, I am rushing all the time, so I don't have time to sway my hips there.
I can imagine.
Yes, and the other challenge was getting the costumes organized. I had to travel far and wide. My New Zealand national costumes was designed by Jo Marie Wearable Arts in Tauranga. And my evening gown was designed by Christine Bautista of Bride's Dream all the way from the Philippines.
Lovely. And amidst the COVID, all of this has happened.
That's right. You just have to set your mind to it.
Beautiful. So I'm going to let Nolene reveal what was so sensational.
We were talking about the swimwear round in this contest for Mrs Universe New Zealand 2021. And I must say that I had never worn a bikini in my life, not to the beach, not at home, never, ever, ever. It was the most daunting round, I must say. And as we got closer to the finals date, I called my sisters up in Fiji and I said, look, I am not confident to put this on stage and go out in front of hundreds of people to see. And they were full of words of encouragement saying, you are there to advocate for positive body imaging. You should go out there and practice what you've been preaching.
So you worked for it?
That's right. I have been an avid gymmer. I've been on diets to make myself beautiful in the eyes of others, I must say. But yeah, on the day I went on stage, I was a little bit frightened. But
that's quite natural.
That's right. But I slayed the round and I won Mrs. Body Beautiful as well.
Absolutely beautiful, and that's stunning indeed.
That's right.
It would have also given you a lot of confidence, Nolene.
Yes, definitely. A lot of confidence. And I must say, when I went back and I watched the video of myself walking on stage, I found myself, actually, yes, I do have a very beautiful body, and we must all embrace our bodies.
I think that's something that we need to learn, to shed that inhibition and come forward.
Absolutely. And we critique ourselves a lot more than others critique us. We say, I'm fat, I'm not tall enough, my hair's not beautiful enough, I've got pimples on my face. But hey, it's all part of our body.
Yeah, very true. Now on that note, we get back to the interview. Since the titles and the crown with you, do you feel more a nurse or more a celebrity now?
Well, when I walk into work, nobody calls me by my name anymore. They call me, hello, Mrs. Universe, hello, Mrs. Universe. And actually, some of the patients got to know about it, and they told me, oh, I was looked after, Mrs. Universe.
They feel honored.
They feel honored.
That's sweet.
Yes.
That's sweet. So how do you wish to take this forward? It's not just a title, but I think you have a whole lot of responsibilities on you now.
Absolutely. And I wish to carry this forward with a lot of pride. I want to be a bigger voice and advocate for all the women out there. And bear in mind, I'm not here to change anybody's thoughts, but I'm here to tell you that you're not alone in what you're thinking.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
So what are your future plans on this, Nolene?
Hopefully, given that the borders open, I will be traveling to Korea in October tentatively to participate in the international pageant.
Amazing, and let's all wish Nolene the very best and bringing a lot of pride to New Zealand.
Thank you to Seven Stevie for having me here today. It's been a pleasure.
Most welcome. And before we wind up, I would definitely like to bring in the organizer into this episode.
Absolutely. Without her, this episode would not have been complete.
Do you want to tell a couple of lines about Anna before I get her into the show?
Absolutely. Anna Marie has been our pageant mother. She has organized everything really well. She has dealt with us girls and our tantrums and and kept the cool along
Put
the
up
way.
with all of them. Amazing. So thank you so much and wish you the very best.
Thank you.
And we
you
look
very much.
forward in meeting Anna now. Lovely to have you, Anna, with us. After knowing about the journey of Nolene, I guess you're celebrating the success of the show.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, we just had this Mrs Universe New Zealand pageant for 2021. That was on the 16th of January at the Playhouse Theatre.
Yeah.
And we're so happy that we have a very nice and beautiful lady who won this title.
Absolutely. And Nolene is from Fiji and Anna is from Philippines. And how did you get into this?
I also joined the Mrs New Zealand, we called it Mrs New Zealand before, in 2017. And I got awarded the title Mrs New Zealand Community Service.
Wow, that's nice. I didn't know about this.
Yeah, and from that on, I got inspired to empower women and also to get involved with the community more.
That's beautiful. Anna, being a participant and being an organizer is a whole lot of different game altogether.
Yes.
So what is your experience here?
Well, yeah, it's really a lot of difference between a participant and being
Yes.
an organizer. So me, actually, I'm the franchisee of the Mrs Universe and Mrs World, and also the national director for both pageants. It's a challenge, and it is also sort of stressful at the, sometimes.
Yeah.
And also knowingly that New Zealand is a multicultural country, so we are dealing with different backgrounds,
cultural people, yes.
people, so different attitudes as well. And of course, these ladies are married women with kids.
Yeah.
So they also got their own time. Dealing with them with their time,
scheduling the entire thing.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's not really easy.
How did you actually get them all together? Did you have many rounds?
I made an itinerary for them and I gave it to them as soon as they signed up the joining. So to make them prepare as well for the schedules. It's sort of like just like a weekend for them, Saturday, because I'm also.
So you planned it during the weekends?
Yes, on
Okay.
the Saturdays in the afternoon, like 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. Because I'm very aware of their situation. I'm also a mother,
Yeah.
so I know what's happening, and I'm also working like them. They're working too, so I just organize something easier for them.
Anna, now that the show is over and there is a lot of talk about the Mrs Universe, do you feel very special about being an organizer?
Not really. It's just that I just feel relaxed now. It's because everything, all preparations were already done and dusted. So now I'm just relaxed and just watching them online on their videos. So I'm really happy that these ladies did very well on stage.
But how do you plan to take this forward? What are your future plans?
So our future plan, it's going to be the next pageant, which will be in the 2022. We will be accepting applicants starting the second quarter.
Okay.
So yes, the requirements for to join is she must be a New Zealand citizen or permanent resident. She must be married or previously married, from 21 to 55 years old, and involved in the community.
So all of you note the points, and we look forward to having a lot of applicants into this show for 2022, right?
Yes, so we're all inviting you ladies to join the Mrs Universe New Zealand, because it's not only showing your beauty there. We have to be an advocate of the domestic violence which we are involved in.
Yeah.
So catwalk, intelligence, talent, and community involvement charity.
Beauty and brains together.
Yes.
So it's not just the beauty and brains. I think it's a lot of compassion, a lot of inspirational and motivational attitude that you're looking at from people. And after seeing Nolene's words that came out from her heart,
Yes.
we really indeed know the value of these crowns.
Yes, yes, indeed. And these crowns are not only for your beauty, but for the community as well.
And thank you so much for being with us, and thanks for organizing such events which are motivational for women.
Thank you very much to Sevens TV for having us here.
And we wish you all the very best, and please do continue doing many more events like these.
Thank you, Shobha.
Well, this episode was truly inspiring and motivating, and goes to show that beauty is more than just the looks. For more such exciting episodes, keep an eye out on Showcase on Sevens TV. Until next time, this is Bharti signing off.